In today's video, we want to talk about the limitations of starting a business as a solopreneur and as a dad. For this, I have 4 limitations for you prepared today, and we'll take a closer look into each one of them and how you can actually also overcome them. Because we can't change our limitations, we can only try to figure out to work with them. And so these 4 limitations will be ending up with 4 takeaways for you that you can implement, and then you'll be better off. So I know when we talk about business, we always talk about all the opportunities, all the chances and the goals and what we need to do and like all the business strategies. But something important is to talk about limitations. I know I've not seen so many talks on YouTube about that specifically, but I think it's super important that we start to get our thoughts together about it, because depending on the goal, some options might vary that you can actually do. Because if you're limited in these 4 areas, that means there are things that you won't be able to do with your business. Even though it's a great business model, it's a great idea, you can make millions with it, it's just not feasible for you to actually act on. And so we can't do anything, or we can't do everything. We have to take our limitations into account, and then after having our limitations, then we can see what is actually possible for us to do. So let's have a look at the 4 specific ones we want to talk about today. It's time, money, skills, and people. These 4 pretty much have to do with each other. And you can, like, if you have money, you can buy skill, you can buy people or you hire people, and you can buy back your time with that. But if you don't have money, you might have time to learn the skills, so you don't need to hire people. You might have already experience, and so you bring in skill, which means you save money because you don't need the team. And so you see, like, all 4 of these seem to be the key components to make any idea work, and to execute any idea in any business. The difficulty is now that we have actually, as dads and solopreneurs, we have, especially in the beginning, a problem with all 4 of them. And that's why it's so hard to start out as a solopreneur, especially when you're a dad, or when you work a 9 to 5, because you have other responsibilities on top of starting a business. So let's first talk about we don't have much money. This is probably the first thing that we'll talk about, and there is an idea that we need a bootstrap. And bootstrapping is such a topic and such a standard procedure to starting a business that this is kind of a talked about topic where we don't have much money to start with, and then we can find money, get funding, and then we can grow. So the question is, we all dream about the big unicorn, the big $100 million exit. We can sell the business, we can make a lot of money with it, but I don't think that that is even possible for you right now if you're watching this video, because let's be real, you don't have the money, and you also have no way to getting to money, because everybody that has money wants to see traction first. And so what is traction? Means you earned your first bucks. So unless you have already money coming in for your product for like 20, 30, 50, 100 grand, you're not even able to talk to funding or outside investors, because they want to see that you can pull it off. And as first-time founders, that's super hard and difficult. And so it's easier to bootstrap, to reinvest everything. Then you can in the future, maybe get more funding, maybe you can sell this, your first business, start a new one, then you have a track record, which track record or traction, both of the, like either of those are a requirement, because people only invest if they believe that you can actually pull it off. So the takeaway for if we don't have much money is bootstrap your lifestyle business. We're not talking about a growth business as a unicorn that you can start to like dream of, to grow fast, to sell. We're talking about lifestyle business, because that's something that you can actually do, and then bootstrap your lifestyle business. The second topic we need to talk is time. We all have 24 hours in a day. Nobody can change that. Even if people try, we stick with the same 24 hours per day, 7 days per week. So we have like time anyways limited, but with more responsibilities on top of it, we even have less free time to pursue other ideas and other dreams. And so it's interesting because as a high school student, you have maybe like 30 hours, 40 hours per week that you could potentially put into starting a business, even as a college student. Now, all that works. As a single man, like fresh out of college, if you're living in your parents' basement, you might be able to pull off something like 60, 70, 80 hours per week in your startup. But let's now check again reality. It's hard. But as dads, working a 9 to 5, then coming home to a family, to kids that want also your time, means the statement is every minute we spend starting a business is a minute we don't spend with our kids. So that's the tough cut. So what does that mean? We need to be really clear with what we do. If we don't focus on getting to the outcome, to the goal that we want, which ideally is that we have enough money or earn enough money that we can actually scale back our time to spend more time with the family. That's our ideal dream. But how do we get there? We need to actually fail our way to success. And that's the tough part. We need to have a fast track to get going. We can't just fail over and over again. And this is where I actually come in. And so the key takeaway here is get a fast track to success, that you don't need to start from 0 to go to 100, but that you start already, and you might have learned from my mistakes, so I set you up to start at 60 out of 100. I mean, there's always going to be a process of failing your way to success, because even the best business coach, the best idea, the business model is not running automatically. It always runs on your own skills and your expertise and your knowledge and experience, because every product is slightly different. Even if you know patterns, there's still going to be a little bit of a testing phase. So accept that. And that's why I think it's also important that you take your time, that you don't try to rush it too fast, because things just need some time to grow and to develop. And so we need to find this balance of, we need to push hard, but we need to let some time go by to actually prove the business we're trying to build. And so what can I do for you? So I've spent 6 years and almost $50,000 on my journey to earn my first dollar online. And I know that many people talk about all the big ideas and all the big money and all the like cool ideas, how they got to 10 grand. The part is, I don't think any of them are real with the time spent to get there. And what I'm saying is, I think it's true that they got there in like 60 days, maybe to 10 grand a month. That's true. But what you don't see is all the time spent before then, learning, trying, to figure out what actually works, and then until something clicks and they can go going. And so the funny thing is, I've watched a lot of people and I've tried a lot of things, and the pattern is that many people will start with the micro product. Even the ones that tell you to like start your own agency, most of them started with a micro product. So I know it doesn't sound like much, and many gurus will tell you earn your first $10,000 per month in 30 days, which I've tried, and it has taken me 6 years instead of 30 days. Maybe it's also because I wasn't able to spend $10,000 right on the spot on their course. But don't fall for the get rich quick. It's not working. It's not worth it. So what do we focus instead? We start a business that takes time, but we do it with only 1 hour to maximum 2 hours per day in 100 days to get you started and get you on the right foot, to have content, to build a community, and to launch your product, and to actually build a product that is following the 1-1-1 method of one person, one problem, one solution. If you are interested in that, please just write a comment underneath. I'll get to working on that program over the next few weeks, and I'll keep you up to date with what's happening. So we don't have much time. Let's reflect that. The key takeaway here is we need to start with focus on the right things. We don't have time to waste. Now let's continue with we don't have a team, because this is another thing that many people tell you to do. Is if you want to start a big startup, or if you want to have a big money coming in, you need to have a big team, at least 2 or 3 people in the beginning, and then scale your team fast. Truth be told, we're starting in our own bedroom. More or less my son's bedroom, and my office, we share a room because we don't have enough space here. And so we don't have a team. That's the truth. We will be working alone in solitude, grinding away, and this is what makes starting a business a lot harder. Things come easier to teams because they can share the workload, they have more capacity, they can help each other out, also for mental clarity. It helps to have a team. We don't do that. So what is our key takeaway here? We need to start small. We can get started. We just need to take one step at a time. And that means we can't do things a team can do in a week. We might need a month, which is okay. That's why we need to think about what we can do and what we can achieve. But that's, again, the part of why we were starting a lifestyle business and not a growth business, because we can't sustain the growth timeline of the growth business. Another big help is from experience and finding like-minded people. If you're interested, I'm here. My channel is going to be around for a bit. And my plan is to upload a video daily to share some thoughts of my experience with the startup world as a solopreneur. And yeah, so just check out, subscribe this channel, and join me on that journey. We can start commenting back and forth and get a bit of a chat going. Now, next, we don't have all the skills we need. That's the light bulb moment, because skills are so important. And I know that you might say like, oh yeah, but I'm an expert at programming, or I'm an expert at this. But as a solopreneur, we need to be doing everything. It means business finance, copywriting, web development, content creation, community guiding or community building, product development, product design. We need to do everything. And this is why it's essential to start small and start even smaller than small with the micro product, because if we have a small product, a micro product that we can get out fast, we can actually learn all the skills and get feedback on all the skills. Because that's a lot of what my issue is, or has been, is that I've started with big ideas, spent months and years in product development, never getting it out to the public. Then I've started building a community, starting producing content. And so over the years, I have now like 200 videos on YouTube and 500 blog posts online. But they don't match exactly. And so I need to fill in the gaps right now. And so that's definitely making my life harder, where I would have started. And this is why I'm coming up with the micro product, because I'm starting to break it down to be small, be micro, as a funnel, be taking the exact steps that I'm here like talking about, because it's so much more doable and you get feedback sooner. And that's just important, because we can always go big later when we understand the basic principles, and when we can grow like the little things, the details of how does the sales page look, how is my funnel working, how is content creation working, what's the best product, how do I find product market fit, and all those things. And so this is where you get extremely fast with your own road of failing to success, because that's what everybody's doing, failing to success until they find something that works and they keep going. And so you don't even know how important that is to start with a micro product, because it gives you the opportunity to learn the whole skill set that you need to actually become a successful solopreneur. So let's rewind. Let's recap all the key takeaways on how or what limitations we have and how we can actually overcome them. So first, we have not much time, or we don't have much money, so we need to we need a bootstrap. Let's retake that one because it might be too messy, but we don't have much time, so we need to bootstrap our lifestyle business. Second one is we don't have much time. We need to focus on doing the right things. Third is we don't have a team, so we need to think small and act right. The fourth one is we don't have all the skills yet, so we need to start micro. I hope that this is going to help you. I know it's from all the years that I've spent, that's so important to understand your limitations and how you can grow over them. If you want me to help you out more, just reach out to me over email or comments, or write me in DM on Twitter. I'm happy to help you. I'm looking forward to working with you.